What's going on, everybody? You back rocking with your boy, Sweet Science. You're on the air. Subscribe to the channel. Beat the like button up. Make sure you hit the bell icon for all your post notifications. We're going to talk about it. So, Mark Breland, before I get into the ins and outs of this video, I want to be clear on something. I don't want this to seem I don't want to make a Mark Breland attack video. I just want to put some shit out there that doesn't make sense. And maybe some of you could make it make sense. I don't know. But let's get into it. So Mark Breland, gold medalist, I guess one of the best amateurs to ever bless the ring. He came out recently and he's had a few choice words for Deontay Wilder. None of which were good. Now, a lot of people are trying to say that what Mark Breland said was in response to Deontay Wilder's accusations. However, Wilder made these accusations months ago. So, it's not in direct response to Deontay Wilder. So Mark Breland didn't say the things that he said out of emotion and to immediately backfire at what Wilder said he believes Mark Breland did. So that's one thing. So I find it a little bit weird he waited so long to do that. Now, is it a little more strange that not only does he wait till a new calendar year for 5-6 holidays, but he goes to the UK to do the interview? One of the two guys that he did the interview with in the UK is MTK Global affiliated. What are the odds of that? So, some of the things that he said about Wilder, stuff like Wilder doesn't do jump rope, but we've seen Wilder jump rope. Wilder doesn't run. Well, that's true. I've actually seen an interview, or maybe a few interviews, where Wilder has said that he doesn't run. He said that Wilder does not hit the heavy bag. I've seen Wilder hit the heavy bag. So, a little side note, Errol Spence Jr., on his Instagram story about a week or two ago, I thought it was the craziest shit I've ever heard. Errol Spence Jr. said that he has never learned to hit the speed bag. Yet, when you watch Errol Spence Jr. fight, you would never know that. So I say that to say that you don't necessarily need to do every single exercise and routine that every boxer has done in the history of boxing to be a boxer. Hence, Errol Spence Jr. not hitting the speed bag. So, he also said, Mark Breland, that Wilder doesn't utilize his jab. He doesn't have a jab. Yet, when you watch the Chris Arreola fight, or the first Bermain-Stavern fight, them boys was getting a lot of lashings from a Wilder jab. You can go look at it yourself. So I'm not really sure where these things are coming from. Now, He also said that he didn't have Wilder's number, and that Wilder, depending on his mood, would depend if whether or not people could talk at the gym that day and stuff like that. He basically made it seem like he was living under horrible conditions working with Wilder. Listen, man, there's been times in my life that I've had a job or jobs that I hated for one reason or another, and I didn't know how I was going to get my bills paid. And I got disrespected at that job, what I perceived to be disrespect, and I quit. Not knowing how I'm going to have my bills paid, not knowing where I'm going to get my next paycheck from, my next meal from, but I quit anyway. And I quit because, one, I am a man. Two, I have integrity. Three, I got a nutsack. Plenty of testosterone. I don't care who you are. You are not going to disrespect me and think and or expect me to just kiss your ass. So if Mark Breland was undergoing all these horrible conditions, why would you work with somebody for 12 years? That's like a female being in an abusive relationship, and I apologize to any women who've been in an abusive relationship, but this is the first example that came to mind. And she gets her ass beat all the time. And they don't have no kids together or nothing. She just simply stays with the guy and is like, I know he loves me. I know he doesn't mean it. It's like, after a certain amount of times that dude putting his hands on her, you gotta look at her like, well, then you the dummy, if what you're saying is true. You know what I'm saying? So 12 years of that. Now, Mark Breland also went on to say that he could have beat the people that Wilder fought. After they blasted his first interview out, he came back and tried to clean up that sentence and said that if he was in his prime and the same size as the guys that Wilder's fought, he would beat him. Well, if was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. All right. So I don't even know what the point of making that statement was. He said Wilder's never fought anybody. Now, here's another thing. If you indeed believe that Wilder has never fought anyone and you're his trainer, that means the whole time you were thinking, man, you ain't did shit. Your career ain't shit. You was thinking that. For you to say that Wilder's never fought anybody. So now, in an attempt to clear your name, you actually are making yourself look a little bit worse. I believed Wilder anyway, because Wilder doesn't strike me. All of a sudden, people talking about Wilder's making up lies and excuses when y'all don't know shit. One, y'all don't know shit. Two, y'all don't know shit about boxing. And three, y'all weren't there. Y'all weren't in the ring. When has Wilder ever been a liar before this? All of a sudden, he's going to start lying. Okay. All right. So, he says that he would beat the people that Wilder fought. I thought that was a strange statement. So, again, saying Wilder never fought anybody, then that does mean that the whole time you thought Wilder's career wasn't shit and you were just around to collect a paycheck. So now, Wilder's accusations don't seem about Breland so far-fetched. Breland even went on to say that if you go and review tapes and stuff like that, like he said, you never see me holding any water. But there's literally footage upon footage of you giving Deontay Wilder water. So now, in addition to the dumb shit that you said, now your word holds no weight. Now your word is not credible because clearly that was false information. It just keeps going from sugar to shit. So, I'm going to end this video in a second, but I just want to touch on a few more things. So, he said Wilder's career is over. Anybody who says that, that's wishful thinking. You want Wilder's career to be over. You hope that Wilder's career is over. You pray that Wilder's career is over. But you're going to tell me a guy like Pacquiao who's been knocked unconscious, your Miguel Cotto's, who actually got cheated with gloves as well and was able to get his revenge. Your some of your favorite boxers of all time. When Mike Tyson first took his loss, his career was over. Ali had 5 losses. His career was over after that first loss. People would try to say, Wilder's career is over because he's not willing to learn. He won't learn anything. Listen, if in Wilder's next fight he doesn't knock the guy out, you guys are gonna say something about that. Oh, he doesn't have power anymore. See, you can't knock everyone out. I told you he wasn't that. I told you. If he doesn't knock the motherfucker out in his next fight, if he boxes in his next fight, you're going to complain about that. In all actuality, Wilder should be getting praised for doing the fucking impossible. You mean to tell me this motherfucker jumped out of a truck, walked into a boxing gym, made the Olympic team late in life, when other guys got gold medals, had all their fundamentals down, yet are getting their asses kicked, got all their fundamentals down, yet don't have as many knockouts, got all their fundamentals down, and don't even have as many wins as Wilder has knockouts. You mean to fucking tell me this motherfucker just jumped off of a motherfucking truck, walked into a boxing gym, made the fucking Olympic team, got a bronze medal, and then gets in the fucking pro ranks and knocks everyone the fuck out? That's pretty fucking amazing if you ask me. Oh, they were cab drivers. They were bartenders. If I went and got 50 cab drivers from New York for 40 cab drivers and had you fight every one of them for the next 10 years, one fight every 3 months, not only would you not knock them all out, you're not even going to beat all of them. So it wouldn't matter if they were cab drivers or not. Now, when people clearly had better boxing skills than Wilder, Dominic Breazeale's a better boxer than Wilder. Now you guys are going to want to discredit him. It doesn't matter. You can try to discredit him all you want. Dominic Breazeale is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. Gerald Washington is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. Right? Bermane Stiverne is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. Chris Arreola is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. Artur Szpilka is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. Louis fucking King Kong Ortiz is a superbly better boxer than Deontay Wilder. So all this shit that you motherfuckers don't like him because he's black. And he is proud to be black. And he doesn't care about making anyone else comfortable. That's why you don't like him. Because if it was, his jabs aren't pretty enough. He doesn't have the footwork. He doesn't have the best hook. He only relies on his power. You know something about that? A lot of you motherfuckers don't even fucking know shit about boxing. You don't even know what the fucking sweet science of boxing is. What is the sweet science of boxing? Huh? Well, I'll tell you, motherfucker, in case you don't know. The sweet science of boxing is to hit and not get hit. It doesn't matter if I dodge the shot. It doesn't matter if my arms are longer than yours. Whatever the fuck I can do to not get hit and still hit you, that is the sweet science. Everybody doesn't have to fucking throw their hook the same. Everybody doesn't have to fucking throw their jab the same. You stupid motherfuckers. The motherfucking sweet science of boxing, of the fistic arts, is to hit and not get hit. Put yourself in a position where the other guy cannot hit you, in the words of the great Customato. Fucking idiots. So that's your problem with Wilder. And deep down, you motherfuckers love him. The motherfuckers who claim they don't like Wilder talk about Wilder more than us Wilder fans. Jesus fucking Christ. Jesus Christ. Tyson Fury is a better boxer than Deontay Wilder. He got up on like 11 and a half in that first fight. Since y'all want to talk about he won twice. Well, if you go to BoxRec, what does BoxRec say? Does it say Tyson Fury won the first fight? No, it does not. It says Tyson Fury, not Wilder, was gifted a draw. Motherfucker's eyes rolled into the back of his head while he was in another dimension. And he got up on 11/12, mind you. Check the footage yourself. So, again, I don't know, man. This shit from Mark Breland, I don't know. I hope that, you know, Mark Breland does well moving forward. You know, I don't want to see the guy down and out, but I just think this is a bad look. I think it's really weird. And I also think it's weird that Mark Breland came out and did that right when that BBC or whoever the hell those British motherfuckers were that did the whole documentary on MTK Global. A fucking documentary on MTK Global and how it's connected to a crime syndicate of a bunch of untrustworthy motherfuckers. A bunch of thieves and liars. Con artists. Yet, Tyson Fury is so far-fetched that he would cheat. A guy who's clearly fucking cheated several times. You stupid motherfuckers. We know Fury cheated. No matter what you say or do, we know that. So, you know, man, I don't know. Bad timing for Mark Breland. And I don't really know who's going to want to work with him now. Maybe he can get somebody from MTK Global to hire him. Which would even solidify Wilder's claims even more. Not that it already hasn't, that he went to the UK and did that interview anyway. But, yeah, man, this is a bad look for Mark Breland. The same motherfuckers talking about, he beat Wilder twice, we don't need to see a third fight. Most of y'all probably can't fight yourselves. And two, he didn't beat Wilder twice. He didn't beat him at all. He cheated in both fights. If you cheat in a fucking fight, no matter what the outcome, you didn't win. So, the first fight should have been Wilder's victory. And that second fight, I can't speak for the water. I didn't drink it. I don't know. I wasn't there. And neither were you, motherfucker. So, who's to say that Mark Breland did do that? I don't know. Who's to say he didn't do that? I don't know. Neither do you. But what I do know is what I saw on footage, film, and pictures of those fucking gloves. I'll tell you that. I do know that. For damn sure. Don't you think it's funny that ESPN decided to respond to the water allegations but not the glove allegations? Don't you think that's weird? Because there's no substantial way to prove the water situation. We don't know. We don't know that. I cannot say I know that one for sure. But if ESPN wants to take a dive into these gloves and open up that fucking can of worms, they know how this shit looks and how bad it looks. They know. So, yeah, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. It's, it's a lot of fuck shit going on with black fighters in boxing right now. Well, really since the beginning of boxing. But right now, we still at the forefront. It's Black Murderers Row. Devin Haney getting fucked out of his WBC championship. Franchon Dezern Cruz. Just a lot of shit with these black fighters. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, for example, the same thing happened to Adrian Broner with Marcos Maidana. Yet you didn't know that, motherfucker. Marcos Maidana wore the Everlast MX gloves. The same gloves he tried to put on when he fought Floyd, but Floyd caught it. Even Leonard Ellerby was like, he fought Adrian Broner with these? Leonard Ellerby looked fucking appalled. But y'all don't know shit about boxing. Anyway, man, I got some more videos coming. I really could have dropped sooner. I've just been kind of marinating, kind of just watching boxing news, which my next video is going to be about actually world boxing news, because they just put out an article that was fucking preposterous. Boxing is really getting it wrong right now, man. But anyway, regardless, man, we going to stay rocking with all the underdogs. No matter what y'all do or say, we still Wilder fans. We still going to support Wilder and his fights. I don't really know who really gives a fuck. And honestly, I am honestly saying that. I'm not even saying it because I don't like him. I honestly really don't know who gives a fuck about Fury. I guess maybe besides the people in the UK, but Fury's even said that you guys treat him like shit. So you just want to try to uplift him when it comes to us, to piss us off, or because you are underlying racist. So, I don't really know who gives a fuck about Tyson Fury like that. The aura of invincibility has been taken off Anthony Joshua a long time ago. So I don't know, man. I do not fucking know. But anyway, again, subscribe to the channel, beat the like button up. Make sure you hit the bell icon for all your post notifications. Again, you rocking with Sweet Science 702. Sweet Science, you on the air. Stay tuned for my next video about world boxing news and their fuckery. Smash the like button and I'm gone.